Action, action. I'm going to show you guys my next bike packing thing here. My friends and whoever else is out there for this excitement. It's a bar end. Except I'm probably not going to use it on the bar end. I'm probably going to work it in here somewhere. Before I had the big, let me zoom in a little. The big longer kind of bull horns you grab, the pad you put your elbow in. And I got them on there, don't get me wrong, I just couldn't get them to tighten right. Like those big downhill mountain bars taper a whole lot, and there's just some funky stuff going on all through here. So the idea is, mounted on here, these are going to be a good accessory for grabbing and getting skinnier in a different hand position. But not just that, I'm going to be able to carry these bags and different things a little better without kind of pinching them against the cable system. I noticed, not that I didn't put my wheel in different or whatever, but I tried my bag out and everything, took my wheel off. Bicycle bag here, pretty cool. But I bundled it back up and, pulled against these cables. I just noticed, and I noticed this with some professional bicycling packs for bike packing, even with the kickers that on those bike packing bags, they still leaned against all these mountain bike cables. And that's just another thing with your bike. If you're really doing a lot of bike packing and not going too crazy, you could probably figure out a way to eliminate some cables. But for doing that, if you have something good to kind of hold the bags out a little bit, maybe that's just an idea. Those bars I had, those were way out. You could, if it was just about holding the bags, you have a bag here and a bag here. So we're just experimenting, trying different things with I think it used to maybe be called touring, but we're just going to call it bike packing because it's more of like a bike packing bike. I think touring, person with the neon helmet and jacket and real skinny and in good shape. I'm more like the leisurely person, rides around town, maybe town to town, maybe a while. The idea is to have the bike, first off, reliable enough that it can go town to town. I got my tube in here. That's just an inner tube so you can float around the lake. It's not, this is just a fun bike for all conditions. You hit a dead deer, a muffler on the side of the road, you get your suspension, you're a little bigger and heavier, too many pancakes like me. It's not too bad that way. A sturdy bike that, somebody steals it. Granted, I paid $400 for the thing. I've got a lot in fixing it and getting it going, but I'm not out $1,800, $4,500 for the bike. But there it is. I just have a high pressure pump for the shock and a switch that does the tires and a water bottle. And then the tools, Allen keys, a lock, spare batteries, spare lights, some wrenches, all the goodies you think you need to take apart your bike. Alright, with that, hopefully I'll get out there somewhere. The shock cord does wonders. It's just wrapped around and tied. $2 for a 4-foot section, $1.69 or whatever. $1.69-er, you got, enough shock cord to tie a bunch of stuff. So if you don't, a $10 thing from the hardware store, coffee mug, extra water bottle, rain jackets in there, extra headlamp. I've got this little guy. It's got my warm winter headband and a couple other little doodads in here. So it's just a $7 Huffy on sale Walmart thing. You can do it cheap. Definitely good investment for $30. $30, $40. This is the big boy, the biggest one I think they had. The light, just kind of got to play around with lights, but it just slid in here, and I got a couple other little, just the kind of light that you just have a rubber thing around, and it's not crazy complex, so if I need more I can just pull a whole other light and rubber band it right on there. Got my headlamp that's rechargeable. This works pretty darn nice. This one, I don't know. It's on there. I bought it. You know, maybe, you know, I'm sure it helps. But I suppose once you had a back rack, you know, like they have some back racks for these suspension bikes, you know, you might shave a lot more water coming off it. But I don't know that I want to ride too much in the water anyway, but that's famous last words, right?